Yes, this is the 8th. The 8th, Jayadeva Goswami's disappearance date. We'll celebrate it in Radha Damodar. And I'm just making a small, feast there. And yeah, we fixed up the samadhi of Jayadeva Goswami back in 2011. Yeah. Jayadeva. Oh, let's see. Oh, I'm going to have to turn on the lights. I don't like turning on the lights because it makes it's just not good for your brain. That's all there is to it. Not good for your brain, these lights. Jayadeva Goswami Padmavati. There Jayadeva Goswami is seeing that Krishna wrote that famous verse in the Gita Govinda. Jayadeva Goswami couldn't believe that Krishna would put his flute at the feet of Radha and come to the feet of Radha. Jayadeva Goswami. Yeah, so we'll be going to Radha Damodar today and have a little celebration there. Yeah. The other thing is, this is cold. Last night it was around 2 degrees or 1 degree right here in right next to the Yamuna. And I'm going to see if we can work without the light on. It's actually an obstacle, that light. Okay, so now, what you want to do, anytime you're going to do any type of, just a regular person also, the first thing you should do is hydrate your body. Because you've passed so many hours without water, so the first thing that you do, I take a little bit of a hydration powder. There's so many out there, just so it has manganese in it, and magnesium and some salt in it. This one even has a vitamin C in it, energizer. Yeah, it's all right. There's better. This is cheap. Okay, so what you do is I don't want to wake my body up until around 8:30. So if I do take any type of water, I'll just put a little bit of pink salt in it, and that won't disrupt the mitochondria. The mitochondria should feel like you're starving. Not that you're dehydrating, but it should feel like you're starving. So it works better because it's a lazy gland. So you put the mitochondria in starvation. The longer that you don't take anything, you have to take water. You can't avoid water. But you can avoid other proteins and things like that. That'll tell the mitochondria that, oh, I'm here, I'm giving you some food. Remember, your mitochondria is a soul. He's a soul. And if he doesn't see food coming in, he gets a little nervous. You would get nervous. And his nervousness transfers to you, and it makes you nervous. So that's how it works. But he gets to work. And what does he do? He starts pulling on the new neurons that are coming from the hippocampus. And those neurons, they're sleeping. So he wants new ones. I want some fresh, new neurons to go to this body because we are starving, So this makes him work. And you only have in the morning time to do this. After a good sleep, and you can even prolong the fasting as much as you want. But just so you take water in the morning. So I take my water in the morning, and right now I just, about 8:30, I just took the hydration powder and everything, yeah. So now, it's the cold season. It's about 1 degree out there this morning. 1 degree Celsius. Yeah, and a little cold. So it's good to know how to get this body to become, heat. You want body heat. Okay, now, let's actually, Srila Prabhupada told the devotees that in the cold season, don't try to pass stool so much because you lose a lot of heat. Yes, the stool gives heat. You can take any stool you want, and the best is the pig stool, and you can make biogas from it. You can make it from the cow stool, which is pure. You can make that, but it's gas stool. Well, in your body, that methane gas, it gives heat to the body. So if you're cleansing the body at that time, your body will feel very cold. If you take some substance, there's a substance here that's a resin of a tree, and it's called Gonda. G-O-N-D. Excuse my pronunciation, but that's how it is. And in the winter, it's the dark Gonda. You take the dark Gonda and you figure out how to crush it up and everything and cook it, and then it will help put heat within your body. And there's other things also that help put heat, but you got to be careful with these things because it does cause constipation. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to retain the stool. Like I can tell you from my own experience, the stool. And this time, because I'm taking those things, it's flowing all right, but it's very hard, dry and hard, because I'm getting all the benefit. That's the best part. It's not a constipation where it's plugging up, but it is a substance that's giving heat to this body. So the other day, one of our members here at the ashram, she went up to Chandigarh. That is the capital of Punjab. And there's a yogi there. And of course, in this cold season and everything, he was teaching his students how to take the best advantage of your breath. Whenever you're going to do yoga, the first thing you have to do is Kaya Kalpa. There's no doubt about it. Kaya Kalpa has to be done before anybody thinks of doing yoga. Why? Because it removes air from your body. It's that like take in air, push it out. Take in air, push it out. Take in air, push it out. Now this person, being a yogi, and this person is incredible, because he went so many years in a cave and didn't come out, and when he did finally come out, he came out too fast and his eyes were hurt. So actually this gave him a higher sense to the people. He can just listen to the person's breath, and he knows what is to be prescribed or what the person should be doing. But Kaya Kalpa is for everybody. Everybody. And you can just do the simple Kaya Kalpa, That's just the simple one, okay? That's simple, no complexity to it. Just take it in, take it out. Take it in, take it out. So what is that doing, That is showing your body what the temperature is outside. These two temperatures, the core temperature and the outside temperature, they don't know what each other is going through. This core temperature has to be always at a certain temperature. It can't fall too low, it can't go up too high, but the outside goes up and down. So they're not really connected, so you got to give them some connection. Tell them, Yeah, it's cold time. I can see my breath. It's cold time right in my room. Yeah. So now, here we go. That is the simple one. But the yogi, he was even showing that let's give it a little bit more potency because of the cold weather. So let's breathe in through the... Now I'm going to describe it how he's described it, but I am not professional at this, and he does it very fast. Not just fast, but very fast, and you know, well done. And I have to do it slow because I'm from the West. I don't use my stomach for breathing. I just use my chest for breathing. So I'm not used to the stomach moving. Hindi and Sanskrit, they move the stomach. To pronounce them right, you have to move your stomach. So it's a really deep breath. You're taking all the way down to the bottom of your lungs, you know, your breath. Whereas in English, no, it's just right up here. Yeah, just right up there. Not too much worth anything talking in English. Okay, so, well now, he is explaining, while you're taking, I'll talk slow and clearly, while you're taking your in-breath and your stomach is, the abdomen is moving out, it's taking the in-breath, while you're doing that, you take it in through the mouth, not through the nose. The in-breath, take it in through the mouth and make like you're eating it. Like as if you were eating some substance. And actually think in that way. I am eating my air. This makes it more concentrated. You know, just like many times people say, what is it? Chew your food 35 times. Or some people say, chew it and like until you can drink it. Don't just chew it a little bit and try to take it down. No, you chew all your food. So here you're chewing the air. You know, you're chewing the air and you're taking it in. The air, the breath going through the mouth, chewing the air, taking it all the way down to the abdomen, and then pushing it out. Okay? So those are the things. Now let's add something. Put your hand, put your fingers on this line. This line is the digestive line. These are all the digestive organs. So that line right there is the digestive line. You know? And that line is now right here, right as I'm standing doing this, it's being activated by these fingers. This finger, air finger. This finger, ether finger. This finger, water finger. This finger, earth finger. So they're activating all these four substances, and then you take the fire, which is the thumb, and you wrap it there. So now your whole digestive system is being activated. And pressurize it. And like right now I can feel a little pain right there. That means that earth, which is kidneys, water. That means that my water, my kidneys, a little bit bad. You know, for my age, almost 80, it's not so bad. So, but a little bit bad. Okay? So now you got this guy here. Now, you can start with any hand you'd like. Start with the other hand. Then you take the other hand, you push the fingers also in, and you push the fire finger above them, and then you put this one out, air. Why? Because Kaya Kalpa wants to take out air. If you do it correctly, and the yogi was making them do it 1 hour. yeah, 1 hour. He was making them do it 1 hour. Yes. My gosh. And you'll find yourself, air will start coming out. You'll start burping. that air was trapped within you. That, everybody blames carbon dioxide. Blame carbon dioxide. But the carbon dioxide is converted into nitric oxide if it's used. And if anybody looks it up, nitric oxide is so beneficial for your body. So it depends on your use. And if you don't do some effort, then you have too much, you have too much, carbon dioxide in your body. And then what does that do? It gives oxidative stress. Yeah, that's where your oxidative stress comes from. That is where the inflammation starts. That is where all of a sudden mucus starts. Yeah, mucus starts gathering because you're not moving your own carbon dioxide. You're not using it, and you're just you're not even thinking of what's happening. You're just totally unable to think of what's happening. So you want to use that carbon dioxide. Now, okay, so now we got his way of breathing. We've got activation of the digestive system. We got pushing out the air. I want to push out all bad airs. This is all bad airs. And make an effort and think about it. All bad airs out. So this is an addition to what he's doing. He's saying, eat your air. Inhale it. Feel your stomach. And then through the nose. Push it out through your nose. Now, he does it, I'm going to try, fast. You don't have to make so much noise, but even if you do it 15 minutes, you'll feel your body heating up. So you can imagine, 1 hour he was putting the students on every day just to get them moving. First they drink their water, then after drinking their water, they do the Kaya Kalpa in this manner. And so now you can add this part, the Kaya Kalpa. Now his addition to that breathing in through the mouth and breathing out through the nose, that's even shown in Kundalini. It's called raising the energy. So you're raising the energy. You're trying to raise the energy. And you think about these things. You raise the energy. You want this is the red chakra, or the red fire. This is where all digestion and stool and urine and everything is down here. This is where anger is and everything. So you're raising it to a higher degree. The green is envy and stuff like that. So you want to raise it until you get all the way from the infrared to the ultraviolet. This is just logical, It's not having anything to do that I'm doing too much yoga or something like that. No. This is just something simple that was taught to almost every child years back, to keep the child healthy and everything. Okay, so now we got the breath in through the mouth, chewing it. The breath out through the nose. He's doing it fast. I'm doing it somewhat slow, but I'm on purpose doing it slow because if you retain that air, you've already purified it with Kaya Kalpa somewhat. If you retain that air, I'm able to grab more oxygen, carbon dioxide. Now I want that oxygen because that oxygen has my QR on it. Everybody's identified by a QR. Well, my oxygen has a QR on it, and it can go to my body. But if I just take it and throw it out, it does the benefit of heating the body up, but I want to use it also for my body. So now, when it's coming out, you can add one more thing. You got your fingers like this, you got the breathing, and then you hum. Now my humming, the humming can be low, okay, but you would like the humming to be very high. Very high, as high as you can get it. And then the humming becomes, higher, goes higher up the chakras. The sound of the humming is activating the chakra. The scientists, what they're seeing, they're detecting that nitric oxide is being made by humming. Very important to make nitric oxide. So you're not getting oxidative stress. You're using that carbon dioxide like it wants to be used, and you're motivating it to turn into nitric oxide before it leaves your body. So here, just for an example, we'll take a few breaths in and then out, and I'll try to hum. Okay. Hold a little bit. Enough's enough. You can hear these persons who here in India sing all these melodies just with sound. Those sounds are incredible for you. Almost every one of those people that you hear them just saying these sounds, they're very healthy. They look healthy. Even if they're very old, they look so healthy because they're producing nitric oxide all the time with these sounds, and they're always practicing. So you can imagine how healthy their body is, full of nitric oxide. So, but what we are actually doing, we know that we're activating the spinal cord chakras. That's what we know. So, in the beginning of this Kaya Kalpa, this type of Kaya Kalpa that he does, I go in a low, because I want to start from the bottom and work up. Well, and then I can take it up. Now, another one that he actually adds is turning the face like that. It's a little complicated, but I'm just telling you more advanced. Okay? So, breath in, and as you're taking the breath in, right, left. What does that do? That tranquilizes the amygdala. The amygdala, it sits back here, is always like making this nerve, it like stresses out this nerve. Because this is not working. Your signals are going to here. They're not coming up to here. So the amygdala, you can trick the amygdala by going left, right, left, right, left, right. What is that? Left, right. That is male, female, male, female, male, female. You're connecting your different... You always see the snakes on the doctors. They're wrapped around like this, about 7 times, meaning 7 chakras. And what are those 2 snakes? Male, female. They're male and female. And that's exactly what we are. This is the female side. The left side is the female side, and the right side is the male side. And of course, on females, it's the opposite. I hope I'm saying right. I haven't studied that part. Okay, so now here you're going like this, and like this, like this, and like this, like this, and like this. You know? And you're taking in the breath. Incredible. Incredible. Just incredible. Okay, now another step that can be making it even more strong. You know? Your tongue. Your tongue. That muscle. That muscle mass and how it is constructed is the same muscle mass as the genital. Same. I'm sorry, girls, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure it's the same way. This is totally connected. Totally connected. This signal here goes to the signal here. There's total connection. So you want to work. You want to make this muscle work. You know, you can't forget about this muscle. Okay? So you take this tongue and you can, 4 spots you can place. Now, this brain, according to where you're pushing, is going to activate different parts of the brain. Okay? So now you push on the front teeth, the upper teeth, and you just push as hard as you can while you're doing the Kalpavati. Then after a while, you can push on the bottom teeth while you're doing the Kalpavati. Then you push on the cheek, and then you push on the other cheek. So that completes a round. However, you know, if you want to do it for a minute there, or you want to do it just one time there, and then one time here, and one time here, however you want to do it. But that activates your whole brain system. Now, this movement activates your brain too. We already know that. And if you push your neck down and then push it up, this activates your brain too. These are all good activations in the morning time. The yogi was teaching this. The left, right, up, down, up, down, up, down. All activations. But there's another one you can add. And this is from a very famous person studying the brain. He knows these tongue placements. He knows the turning of the head, but he also knows that your toes, if you push your toes like up, you make your toes come up. You know, you make your toes come up. That sends a signal from your toes all the way to your head. Now, that is a complete system. You've got this complete system. Okay? I know it's a lot, but you can hear the video a few times. And then, now for the way to sit helps. You know, the way to sit helps. So, Vajrasana. Vajrasana, heels right on the back part, or you can separate and put your body down here and put them right on the heels. No problem. You know, what does this do? If you have your back, it makes your back be really nice and straight. That's for sure. And then with your back straight, energy is flowing better. Okay? Also, this is helping the digestive system, because this helps put all the digestive organs in their place. They may have gotten weak and out of place, so this makes it go into their place, and your breathing really energizes them. If you eat a meal, let's take it, you eat a very heavy meal and everything, and then you don't bother the stomach right away, but in a half an hour after drinking a little water, and better warm water or hot water to help digestion, you want to move this out of the stomach. You don't want it to stay in your stomach. It's been there half an hour or an hour, then it's time to go. If you have really hard to digest food, it'll stay 6 hours. I'm not kidding you. It'll stay 6 hours here before it starts coming down. But here, if you sit like this, right, and even if you don't do anything, this may take 3 hours to come. Or if you do nicely, it'll take maybe 1 hour at the maximum to come down and get into the intestine system and be digested and start the digestion out. So and that heaviness of the food that you just ate goes away. So this helps in the digestion. So sitting posture helps in the digestion, and then you can sit and make your toes go up. Now this is a good one. You can feel your toes, going up. Yeah. So here we go. Breath in, chewing it, left, right, up, down. Okay. And if you do that, even if you just do it a few minutes or 15 minutes, you'll start burping. You'll start burping, and that shows you had extra gas. And that air is being accumulated from this. You can even do like this, just to get the air moving. Yeah. Get the air moving towards the down, You want it out? Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. These all help your air, your extra air. Air is what makes pain. Okay? And then just one more thing before you take off. Take a cloth. Yeah. Take a cloth, roll her up, put her right there. I do this in bed. Yep. Yeah, at 80, my bed follows me all over the place. Okay. And this, very good. For these 3 discs, it's very good. These 3 discs have worked very, very hard for you all your life. They carry so much weight, these 3 discs. Especially if you don't sit up straight, and you're supposed to sit up straight so the energy is balanced. But if you lean over, they really stressed out. And what do? They make this hurt. This pain here is because this right there. So you just sit, okay? Now, you may be able to see that. I just had another cloth. I put it there. Why? Because this is for this part. You don't want to sleep with this hanging down. Jayadeva Goswami says, what's the use of a pillow if you have your hand? Right? So this, as you lay down for a long time, just if you lay down for a little while, no problem, but if you're going to lay down for a night, something should be holding this up. This should not dangle. The Buddhists take their the robe that they're going to use the next morning. They take it and they put it like this, and then they lay down. You know? Okay? In a little advanced state, you get the Amazon people, and you get your back thing. This, very good. Oh, this is too much good. For maybe 300 rupees, I think it is. Yeah. Oh. Sometimes when you do these videos, you want to tell, because you're in anxiety, to get it out. I may have waited this for like maybe a month to try to get something out like this. How to keep warm. Now, I'm telling you, my temperature in my room is quite low. It was 1 degree outside, so it isn't too much higher. And no problem. No problem. And my hands, they have movement. They have movement of blood. They're warm. And yeah, my eyes love my hands. Yeah, this helps them. Now, what is the big factor? I don't need, let me check and see if this is even going still. Yeah, it's working all right. Okay, we'll go a little bit more. Yeah, the guy's pretty good. Okay, now,